Well, wherever you are, I trust you are braced for an assault on your senses as we bring you a derby game considered to be amongst the greatest in Brazil. Corinthians against Sao Paulo, both clubs big on pedigree. Historically, most of the facts and figures favour Corinthians, but it is unwise to take anything for granted in this game. It is a highly energised atmosphere, and you can't expect anything less than a highly charged game. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbis, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or so congregate week in, week out. Once again, Sao Paulo as he gets big, and he has kept it out somehow.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Now that's well seen too. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And the pass is intercepted. No, that's been intercepted. He's ended up in no man's land. And he's picked out the run. And that is expertly dealt with. Played out to the right. Strong running down that left flank. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Cash attempts a clearance. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Real chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Ødegaard. Rudiger spots it and that could spell trouble. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Corinthians are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Now it's Lewandowski. Has a look and plays it forward. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
He's got tall! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source. Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Joao Felix with the cross. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Sao Paulo upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
It's Lewandowski! Odegaard. Now it's Rafael Leao. Joao Felix. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Talisca hits one! And again! Goal! Corinthians! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
They have what they... Hoyland! Oh, screamer! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Interesting ball. And he's intervened well there. Rudiger. Talisca providing an outlet on that flank. Martinez. That's a little off target.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao! And the whistle goes for half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. Well, that has not gone well. And that is as far as they're going to go. And he's made sure that's not getting through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Corinthians clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Sao Paulo needed that. They shapes the shoots! There it is!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Sao Paulo get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Great hit! It's loose now and they want to get it back. We expected better, and so did he. Now it's Rafael Leao.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 71
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Can he latch on to this? Ter Stegen has that under control. Sao Paulo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Valverde. Talisca in acres of space out wide.
Corinthians showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Valverde. No, that was never going to make it. Kimmich. And here's Højlund. Højlund! Mighty close.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was goal.
There's a player in need of attention here.
Yeah, and, you know, I think it appears to have been bothering him for a while.
But it appears he's going to be okay, at least for now.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 11. Camisa 79.
Corinthians perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And that has been clubbed away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's picked his way through. Now that's a fine challenge. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well timed, excellent interception. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now, what about a counter-attack? Højlund has found the net here, of course. He's had a shot! It's a good-looking cross. Looking for the run.
Sao Paulo surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Jackson! And that would have won it.
Jackson was totally aware of how that chance could have impacted on the game, and that should have gone in.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Sai para a entrada do jogador, camisa 13.
That's headed upfield. Oh, that's a key interception. Arnautovic. That's good play. Joelinton. Corinthians are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
And they're quick to get it. There's the shot! Oh, it's gone in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
And yes, it's him again.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Joelinton running with the ball. We are into stoppage time. So much time and space here. That is good strength. Brilliantly cut out. And that will be it. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Neymar claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very little room for argument. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything progresses at 100 miles per hour, and at the end of it, this is what you can sometimes get. There may have been no winner, but still a tremendous watch.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. Just joining us, we are already underway. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Canabria.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add, ambitious.
Chance to finish. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Boca Juniors with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that should get the job done. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good ball. It's Lewandowski! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Corinthians make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Now the finish! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement and certainty of outcome.
It's a simple game. A striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that.
Boca Juniors grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal. They just got...
Decent hit!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gnabry is herring after that one. Neymar. Chance to chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Neymar. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bit too much weight on the pass. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Robertson going full steam ahead down the left flank. Talisca. And the counter is on. Valverde. Caicedo. Spread out to the left. Can he get it through? Neymar! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Pass somewhat off target. Valverde. And here's Lewandowski. Nice sequence of passes, this. That's good play. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That is a great pick out. Caicedo. You can run onto that. They're urging it. Great hit! Goal! Corinthians! Into the lead once more.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And he's straight offside. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. That looks a cracking ball. Neymar.
There they go, hunting again.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, that's well spotted.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Rafael Leao. Quintero. Royce. Well, they've got it again. Robertson has it in a wide position, and it's hoisted clear. And the first half is done. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play, with the half-time scoreline 2-1. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive?
Here's the shot! And it's Gnabry. So nearly the perfect ball. Played out to the left flank. Oh, this looks sharp. Quintero. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar does have his name on the score sheet, of course. He has found the way through. Oh, nice touch. Boca Juniors upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting it.
Oh, what a mistake! Boca Juniors needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now here's the delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And it's Royce. Now there's a De Jong! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. De Jong, no way through, so... And Royce! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Caicedo. He steps in, and that's the end of that. James is charging up on the overlap. Martinez. Oh, well played.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
substituição no time do Corinthians.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good alertness. And he cuts out the supply. Corinthians do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And he's intervened well there. Di Maria.
Boca Juniors really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
James. Boca Juniors are looking to break at pace. And he was quick to react. And it's Mario. Cash cuts out the pass. He's gone forward. Rafael Leao providing an outlet on that flank.
That's good defensive concentration.
Linton. Now it's Rafael Leao. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well.
Linton! Oh, that is rather wayward.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Mario. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Now it's Arnautovic. Rafael Leao. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Corinthians probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. So that's it. It is all over. Corinthians proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the early goal certainly helped settle everything down, and from there you felt this was always going to go one way. So this turns out to be a very fine day at the office.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech... It's Neymar! That's got him rattled. Now it's Diaz. Caicedo charging forward, the ball at his feet. Threads one in. That's a little off target. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want from a top-level keeper. Great shot stopping, but also a very cool head and a good organiser. What's more, he's very happy to play sweeper-keeper behind that defence, mopping up loose balls before picking a pass and get his team on the front foot again.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Interesting ball. That has been cut short. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Valverde, he's had a hit! Oh, nearly. Pinches it off him.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Diaz. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell. Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
There's the shot! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get free. And that has been cleared. That's really well manoeuvred. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rafael Leao, he's got away. Neymar. Bruno Guimaraes. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
He had a chance to offload that left, so I think he's going to have to swallow his medicine on this one.
Hakimi cuts it out. Diaz. And it's Neymar. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Weghorst. Diaz in acres of space out wide. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Talisca That's a good ball out wide. Now it's De Arrascaeta. Oh, it's come loose. Cash kept his eye on it, and he's there. Neymar. So what can they make of this? He has found a way through. Oh, that's nice. Neymar.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Osimhen. Back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's got Saul. He's delivered all right. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Hakimi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. De Vrij is the guilty party there. Cash. Talisca. And it's Neymar. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Played through for the wide man. Rafael Leao. And the keeper's got it again. Cash. Talisca. Valverde. Talisca. Looking for the runner. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, smashing header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's done well to get his head on that, and that'll be the final action of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Corinthians can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
De Arrascaeta. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. De Arrascaeta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Di Lorenzo getting this one clear.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. Neymar really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Teremos uma substituição.
Oh, can he get onto this? Diop. Weghorst. Here's the ball in. Osimhen tries a shot! Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 61.000
De Arrascaeta!
espectadores.
De Arrascaeta! There was plenty of power on that. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, super find. Diving header! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Talisca. Cash. Passing is crisp and sharp. Talisca has it out wide and in space. Great hit! Tries to get it clear.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get...
Up he goes! Valverde. And Caicedo. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Neymar is fouled. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substituição em andamento.
Caicedo. Rudiger. Caicedo. Time and again they are repelled.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And it's Lewandowski. Cash. And he thumps it clear.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 22. Camisa 25. Camisa 8.
That pass isn't the best.
Camisa 3. Camisa 11. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 19. Camisa 14.
He's felt that, hasn't he?
Camisa 7.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking.
Camisa 81.
Neymar.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
He was under real pressure there. Linton.
Corinthians have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Andreas Pereira. That has not gone well. Now it's Diaz. Diaz crosses. Now the finish! Has another go! It's off target and by quite a way.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
4 added minutes on the board. Andreas Pereira with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And it's Stefan de Vrij. Linton. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Di Lorenzo has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.